The function field is a very common field that you will use all the time in your React admin list and show views. It has the great benefit of being able to combine different records together. Let's see that in practice. So here I have a user list view with the auto-generated code based on a JSON placeholder API. So a JSON placeholder returns for each user a name, username, email, etc., which I render here, name, username, email. And the code for that is a simple data grid with text field, email field. You know, React admin has many types of fields. You probably know number field, we have reference fields and many more. And function field is such a field type that allows me to do a bit more than what we currently have. Check this one out, address.street. You may know that fields accept composite sources, so I can directly display address street, so this deep field here, but that's not quite what I want. I would like to display a string composed of different fields of the address, the street, the city, the zip code, and that's what function field will do. So let me replace text field by function field here. Function field requires a render function, and the render function will receive the current record as a parameter and has to return a string. And I can put whatever I want in the string, like hello, for instance, and it doesn't help much, but I can also put dynamic data coming from the record, like, for instance, record.address.street, which is exactly what I had before, and it's not very useful, but now I can also put more data, like, for instance, the city and zip code here. And now I have the full address displayed here on the address column. Oh, sorry, the title is not good. Let me change the source. Right, so I have here this function field displaying exactly what I want. I said that render function has to return a string. It can actually return an element. So for instance, if I have here an h5 element, this will render, not quite nice, but this will render the element, and you can use whatever elements you want, even other fields, other field elements. And that's it for the function field. One thing you might be worried about is that TypeScript complains here. You see this error saying record implicitly has the any type. And well, it's true that it's never good to have TypeScript complaining, but function field is a parametric component, meaning it can take a type as an argument. And fortunately, I have here a user type defined for the type of user that comes back from JSON placeholder with name, username, email. Address is an address interface, and you can see that it matches this shape here. And what I can do is that I can import this user type here, and I can pass the type to the function field itself. And now TypeScript doesn't complain anymore because it knows that record is a user. And that's super useful because I now have completion, and I can say, okay, I want the suite, or I want the geo.latitude, and this is all coming from the TypeScript type. So function field plus parametric type, this is something you will use a lot, and it will save you a lot of time. Thank you very much.